everybody, this is Sister Omi. I just want to say thank you for tuning in today. Um, I'm just going to do an overview for the full moon in Sagittarius. We're in Gemini season. Happy birthday to all the Geminis. And this full moon is in fiery Sagittarius. When I think of Sagittarius, I think of, what is that cartoon the kids watch? Dora the Explorer. So it's about exploring, adventuring, learning something new, just following your passions, you know? Because all the Sagittarians I know, they just jump in. And so I feel there's a lot of fire to follow your drive, follow your passions, okay? Let's see. Okay, let's see. What is this that fell out? Okay, we have soul healing. This came out before. We have soul healing and communication. So let's look at both of them. So the soul healing, this is in that soul star chakra. This is the chakra that is above your crown chakra. This is your connection to the Most High. All willing, all knowing. You know, everything. You're probably getting downloads. There's something that needs to be healed. Okay? And you are getting nudges regarding this soul healing that needs to take place. And we also have that communication chakra. So you could be having a communication. So there's communications, I feel, that's going to lead to healing. Okay? So this is the time. Like this Sagittarius moon, that fire. Whew. Sagittarian is all fire. We also have a grand trine with Mars and Leo, Chiron and Aries, and with the Sagittarian full moon. That's full. That's a lot of willpower, synergy. Okay. Sheesh. Let's see. Let's get some cards out here. All right. We're going to look at all of these. Let me get a couple cards out first. Let's get one more. Now remember, these are general readings, so take what applies and leave the rest. Okay, so we're starting out with the tower. So maybe you got some communication. Something has happened that has shaken or created a change that's going to lead to communication and healing, I feel. We also have this Four of Cups. So it's like maybe, yeah, it's like sitting there sulking. So I don't want to look at this as sulking. I want to look at this as now you're in a more emotionally contemplative mood that's going to lead to that balance of emotions, okay, and allow you to move forward, like this gift from the Most High, move forward with a new sense of emotional stability, okay? So with this change and all this emotion, I would definitely say make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, okay? I also feel that it would be very good, like if you can get to the ocean, get to a body of water, go out in nature, do some breathing and stretching exercises, because this is going to help loosen up any pent-up fire that's being locked in, okay? And this will allow you to help you to communicate what your soul needs for healing. So the goal is to get the communication right, to be able to really, I would say, face your fear of maybe having a certain communication. Now, you don't have to communicate with everybody, but there's certain communications that do need to take place, all right? And now for some, this is just a communication with within yourself to bring that inner balance. And with others, it could be with another person within your relationship, your job, whatever. However that applies to you, you know what needs to be cleared up. You in a toxic job, you know you can't communicate with your boss, but deep in your soul, you know it's time to blow this taco stand. Okay, so you need to have that communication with yourself and map out your plan, because this is creating the change. Okay, this is saying, okay, let me meditate on this a little bit. Okay, although this guy has got a bottle in his hand, we don't want to resort to, especially at this time, any addictive patterns, or escapism. Okay, so we don't really want to do that. Okay, so this is why I suggest making sure you're drinking water. Maybe go to the beach, go to a pool, do some swimming, or just go someplace, a nice park, and then take some time, put your feet in on the dirt, and allow yourself to get more grounded, because we have a lot of cups here. There's a lot of emotions. So with all this fire underneath, we don't want all that water to boil over and have a situation that's going to just totally disrupt the balance and keep us from being able to move forward. So what we want to do is try to burn some of that water down so that we can communicate effectively and clearly and have that soul healing, so that this blessing from the Most High will be able to move forward. So I feel this is a good, very, very good reading. So let's get some clarification. I want some clarification on this tower, okay? All right, let's see. Let's see. Whoa, Sally. Okay. We have the Three of Earth in reverse. So this Three of Earth in reverse, so there's, whoever this communication needs to take place with, this is not a cohesive group. When you have the Three of Earth or the Three of Pentacles, there's like a coming together. So there has been a disruptance in a group. So this is a group. It could be, like I said, work, co-workers, family, friends, whatever. There's been some miscommunication, or I would say miscommunication. Maybe people are not understanding each other. I'll just and then we have the Eight of Water. So this Eight of Water is saying that, yeah, I think it's good to go in the water, but the way it's depicted here is it's like throwing a pebble into, if you can see, it looks like there's a little pebble there, and they're throwing it into the water. And if you look at the water closely, you can see all the levels here. So this is like your root chakra, your solar plexus, your feelings, your emotions, your heart, your communication, your crown. It's like your sight. You know what I'm saying. So this is like really asking you to get yourself more aligned, get yourself more in balance, so that you can bring this situation full circle, so that you can heal this situation. But nothing can be healed until you heal what you need to heal within yourself. So this is about you, really, like I said, taking the time, prayer, meditation, go to the beach, do some stretching, drinking a lot of water. I would say even do some type of physical exercise, okay? Do some physical exercise. This will help burn the fire, okay? Or, calm the fire that is within, all right? And because you can't deal until, you get yourself in position. This is, perfect. We have the guardian angel, which is like temperance. Okay, so she is balancing all of the elements so that she can pour her water, the wings, the air, her thoughts into the vessel, the earth, something secure, balance, the water, air, and her fire. She creates the fire in the actions that she's doing. So bringing balance, or bringing all the elements into homeostasis, into balance, right? So to do that, I can't stress enough. Yoga, exercise, stretching, running, drinking water, go to the park, put your feet in the dirt, or if you can go to the beach, go to the pool. I mean, these type of things, so that you'll be able to center yourself, and that you can heal and deal with the situation that is before you. Now, with this grand trine and all this fire, this is like, I feel there could be some pain, but I feel like the pain is the motivation to move forward. Your pain or whatever is like that pebble in your shoe, whatever that pebble in your shoe is the motivation for you to reevaluate yourself, check yourself, get yourself in balance so you can heal and manage the situation. So there's what do you call suffering and sacrifice, it could be. All right. So let's see. Let's get another card here. Okay, 7 of air. And I think part of this feeling is because, or this tower, I would say, and the need to bring yourself in balance is because there has been some deception. There has, which is apropos with the Sagittarian full moon, because Sag is about truth. Okay, so whatever deception, lies, things going on under the surface, things are going to have to be unearthed at this time. So for you to deal with it, what? You got to take care of yourself. You got to heal. You got to really work on yourself. Ooh, let me get a sip of my coffee. That is so good. I have been decreasing my coffee, y'all. I haven't been having it first thing in the morning. I have it like later, like when before I get ready to go out. Actually, it's been working pretty good. And then we also, let's say I've been feeling pretty good. Okay, so we have the dwarfs and gnomes. So we know the dwarfs are guardians of the earth, and the gnomes are guardians of finances. So this is just saying you just need to ground yourself and take care of your physical world. This is what the dwarfs and gnomes are here for you to, as a signal to, as you are taking care of yourself, make sure you're taking care of your physical and your foundation. Okay, so this is a good time to this is about getting some stuff in order too. There's some things you have to deal with. We also have Oshala. And Oshala is coming up because there is a need to look back in order to move forward. So this is your older self looking at your younger self and looking at how you've grown. Oshala here is mental energy. This is saying, let me see how much I have grown. Let me see what growing I still can do. This is reflecting back on your youth. As you get older, you put childish things away. Okay, so it's time to do that. Okay, so it's time to evaluate all these things because it's going to help with your communication and your soul healing. All right. So, I did all that off this tower. All right, so now so let's take a look at this 4 cups. All right, you guys. All right, this 4 cups. Spirit, give me a message, this 4 cups. This is really about, you're contemplating, you're all in your head, all into your emotions. But this is not like when I think of the 4 swords where it's like rest and meditation. I feel you just need to find a way to rest your emotions. And that goes back to that physical exercise and or drinking water. And if you are using any form of escapism, okay, because you see he's got the bottle in his hand. Okay, instead of that being a bottle of alcohol or spirits, make sure that's a bottle of water, okay? And what we have with this 4 cups is going back to what I was saying. We have the enslaved prisoner, which is like the hangman. So this is about looking at things from a different perspective. Also, look to the hills for which cometh your strength. So this look into the hills is also reflecting back like on youth. Like maybe some of the things you've learned you've thrown to the side, or some of the things you learned are not working for you now. Okay, So these are the things that need to be evaluated. These are the things you need to look at to bring this Six of Cups, this balance. We're looking for that emotional balance. Yes, 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 yes. Let's get a card for that. Let's get a card for that. Ooh, Sally, Spirit, give me a card. Well, two cards came. The Sun and the Ten of Earth. So, everyone can say, like the Ten of Earth, the Ten of Pentacles, it's like you have resources, you have help, but maybe you're not really looking at them. It's like you ever ask a family member, for some, say you ask, you could do this for anybody. They'll say, can I borrow $100? You'll say, I only got 20. And you'll say, oh, because I need it for XYZ. And then they'll say, I only have 20, but here's a suggestion. It's like you have resources and you want it the way, maybe you want it to go the way you want it to go. But the resources that you have is going to lead to some success. So I also feel, actually going back to this Oshala and this Hangman, looking at things from another perspective. What have you learned? I mean, because, it's like you ever get to a point in your life and you say, oh, I wish I would have did this when I was such and such an age, or I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. So now you're reflecting on all this, and now you know what changes or shifts you need to make. And in doing so, that's part of what's going to lead to that success. And this Ace of Cups that is here waiting for you. Let's look at this Six of Cups. Okay. This is bringing everything into balance. Everybody being able to give and receive. Okay. Not just take, being able to give and receive, equal give and take. Yes, here we have the Two of Water, a balance of the energies. Okay. So this all's coming back to balancing of energies. Let's look at this Ace of Cups. Okay. We got the Ace of Cups. Okay. This is funny. Oh, wait a second. That's not the card I had. All right. Okay, so we have the undies and the mermaids. Okay. So, which I think is apropos with all this water. So you think about, when you're younger, you used to say, put the tooth under the pillow, wait on the tooth fairy. We know it's all BS, but work with me, okay? But it's the same thing like with your dreams, your ambitions. What do you want certain situations to turn out? And the mermaids and the undies, they're that underwater, that emotion. So it's like doing some of the things that I'm going to reiterate again. Drinking more water. If you get a chance, go to a body of water. And if you can go to a body of water you can't get in, just go sit, breathe. Put your feet in the sand. Put your feet on the grass. Get out into nature, doing some stretches, some things like that. Move all that inner fire that's going to burn some of that water, or bring some of that water to a boil, to bring some clarity in your hopes and dreams that is going to open up that communication and that soul healing. So this is your connection. This is like almost like your fairy godmother, okay? All right. So you guys, let me get a oracle message for you for the Sagittarian full moon. What do we have here? Growth. That's what this is all about. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So this is about taking care of yourself, getting yourself back in balance, have that communication with yourself so that could lead to the soul healing. And once you work on yourself, you can have the communication with other people and people, places, people, say work, co-workers, family, whoever, lovers, significant others, neighbors, community, whatever. And once you have that internal growth, you can heal those relationships also. So this is all about growth. So, like I said, Get out into nature, breathe, drink more water. Don't fall into escapism traps. And that goes back to looking at things from another perspective. When things aren't working, what do you usually do? Do you go get a drink, go get some drink? I mean, it could be even food, It's like that midnight cake and ice cream. I'm just saying. Everyone handles these things differently. Everyone handles their towers differently. This is about handling it differently, looking at things differently, healing yourself, reflecting back. As in African tradition, there is I don't have it down here. I don't have one down here. But it's the sandcopper bird. He's like looking, clipping, holding his wings with his beak. It's like you have to pull from the past to move to the future. Okay? If you don't reflect back and look at what you've learned, this is what's going to help you to move forward. So this is all about growth, taking care of yourself. Okay? This is very individual for each and every one of you to look at differently. And I'm going to say this again: water, nature, stretching, breathing. Okay? If you don't pray, you can meditate, okay? And some people like yoga and stretching is their form of connecting. So do what you need to do to connect and bring yourself back into balance. All right? So you guys, let me know what you think. And please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. This is Sister Omi. Peace, guys.